The Formula Drift Championship is a 7-stop national series that features the top drifters in the world. In 2013, Chris Forsberg was on the verge of being only the 3rd ever 2-time champion. But rising star Michael Essa was able to hold him off to take home the crown. However, the way in which Essa won the championship did not sit well with Forsberg. Now as we move forward to 2014, Essa is empowered more than ever to show why he deserves to be the champion. Forsberg, on the other hand, has gone to the dark side and is prepared to not only win, but dominate the 2014 Formula Drift Championship. All this and more right here on Formula Drift Insider. The sun is rising on a new season as the Formula Drift Championship kicks things off at one of the biggest events of the year, Long Beach. But even though it's a fresh chapter in a new season, the way Michael Essa won the championship still sits with Chris Forsberg.
With any judge sport, there's going to be some bad calls, and it's just going to come with the territory, but it's just human error, something that you're going to have to live with.
One incident, that you don't make it into the top 32 is probably going to kill your season and all your hopes for a championship.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, man.
All Drift Alliance.
Yeah? All right.
Hey, that was a wicked commercial you got with your RV. Your
oh, yeah, that's right.
Sick.
I don't think you've seen this, have you?
No, I haven't.
It just showed up.
Oh, yeah?
In the new media guides.
Nice.
I thought you'll like that one.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
With the championship comes the spoils for the new king. But soon enough, you have to get back in that car and defend your crown. It's a clean slate for both Essa and Forsberg as we kick off a new season to see who takes the early season lead.
This year, to win a championship, it is going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to take a little bit of luck, and it's going to take the drive and the passion, I think, that we haven't seen in years past, because there are a lot of hungry guys out there fighting for sponsorships, for pride, and for their place in the history of the sport. Now, having gone 10 years and moving into the 11, we're moving into the dawn of a new decade.
I mean, every year we're fighting for a championship. We're trying to get up in those top spots. Last year we had a real good shot at it, and it's unfortunate the way it all went down, but we're just back here another year and just going to push hard to try and not let some dumb things take away a championship from us again.
Yeah, it was crazy last year. So Florida, not only did I get on the podium, but I won, and the closest I'd come to that before was a 4th place in Atlanta. So just being able to go right to the top spot immediately with a new car, it really boosted my confidence and my team's confidence, and we pushed really hard the rest of the season.
At the end of the 2013 season, Michael Essa seemed to have the championship all but locked up. But then, something we have never seen happened in the top 32.
Might as well call 5, either way.
Yeah, call 5.
Okay, they're calling it 5 minutes.
Motor went south, and we couldn't run anymore. So basically, we made it into top 16, and we were done.
They're both broken, so neither one made it to the line. So in theory, it should default to the first round, so Essa should win, which makes sense to me, right?
The way this is all falling down with Essa's car breaking in 32 and then advancing him to 16 for whichever reason that is, we have to do this the hard way. So we have to get all the way to the finals if we want to take this championship our own way.
This rare and unseen technicality has Forsberg in a rare fit of anger. He knows he needs to perform now to make it to the finals, but to do so, he needs to get past arguably the most potent driver in the FD field, reigning champ Daigo Saito. Forsberg comes out strong with a powerful lead run, but on the chase, he makes a mistake, giving Saito the edge and victory. In one full swoop, Forsberg championship hopes are lost, and Michael Essa is your 2013 champion.
You know, it was really cool to see Essa, though. You know, I've watched him come up from a rookie. You know, to see him, you know, clinch the championship was a pretty cool thing. You know, I definitely wasn't really pumped on the drama that happened around the championship.
Ultimately, it's not a scripted sport. What happens on track is what happens, and sometimes, and again, you know, unfortunately, sometimes there are these technicalities, but that's kind of the rules of the game, and sometimes it goes your way and sometimes it doesn't.
I don't think Michael Essa would not want to face Chris Forsberg, or that somebody that was his friend would knock himself out of competition, but I can't know that for sure. All I do know is that Michael Essa is a real competitor. He deserved to win a championship, and I think his results in 2013 speak to that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think that everyone's looking at me being the champion, coming back. You know, how's he going to do? Can he repeat? Can he still win events? What's the season going to look like for me? But I'm stoked. I like being the guy that everyone is chasing. I like the pressure because I feel like it makes me perform at my best. So, you know, I'm all for it. I like it.
As the season begins on the 2014 season, both Essa and Forsberg have clean slates, but the question of 2013 still lingers in the background. How will each driver deal with the new season?
Forsberg is, he's kind of become my nemesis, so I think we're going to have another battle back and forth between us this season. It's going to be pretty intense. Yeah.
Qualifying kicks off in Long Beach, and Forsberg is ready. Debuting his new matte black vehicle, he seems to be making a statement about his new attitude going into 2014 and qualifies right near the top. Michael Essa, the final driver to make his first qualifying run. He means business and is able to push to the #1 spot on that first run. Essa and his team celebrate his continuation as the guy to beat in 2014.
Yep. One run. That's it. That's it.
All it takes.
That's awesome. Nice.
Keep it up.
Yep.
Make me proud.
We were sitting second for a long time and just kind of got bumped down right at the very end there. But, you know, feeling comfortable, the car's doing great and ready for some tandem.
As the main show gets ready to start, the top 16 drivers line the track for opening ceremonies. This is the last chance competitors have to take in the sights and sounds before the real action starts, where two drivers go head to head. This is what truly makes Formula Drift unique.
Top 16, ready to go.
What he said.
So right now we're heading over to the spotters booth, which is the same place where the judges' stands is. So, you know, you get a bird's eye view, best seat in the house. It's hard to critique someone, you know, especially when they're like a champion or the best in the world, but at the same time, it's so easy because you have someone who's so talented like Mike, where in your head you have the perfect line and you see it, and you're just like pushing and prodding and tweaking and just trying to egging them on to do better. And it's difficult, but at the same time, you know, when you got a good driver like Mike, he kind of just makes it happen.
Essa continues to amaze as he gets all the way through to the Final Four before being shut down by rising star Kenny Moen. Essa finishes in third, but realizes that the whole season still lies ahead of him.
I mean, I had a killer first run, and it felt really good, but he was right on me. And on my chase run, if I was closer to him and he hit the wall, I probably would have gotten it. But I think we just need to work on the grip for the straight line stuff, because we get left behind on the straightaway. Back to the shop and make some improvements.
Yeah, you hang tight, Pat. Take a break. King of spring break, last I heard. Copy that, sounds good. You go straight in, right? Hey, don't do any dumb shit.
No dumb shit like this guy.
It's a flat track. What are you making for?
On the other side of the bracket lies Chris Forsberg. Forsberg has been driving perfectly all day, making no mistakes and showing that his vehicle improvements over the offseason are paying off. First, he takes out 2011 champ Daijiro Yoshihara. Then he bests Dai's Falcon teammate Darren McNamara. And then he really ups the ante by knocking out JTP Justin Pollock in a fierce and dramatic battle. He seems like a man possessed.
JTP is a killer. He's won here several times in the past. I knew he was going to be tough to beat. That was the best chase run I've done in a long time. Kenny Moen, he's a great smooth driver. I've only run him one time in the past, so this is a rare occasion. First time I think he's ever been on the podium, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm sure he's pumped. I'm pumped, being first or second, no matter what, first round. So let's try and take it home.
As the two final drivers take the line, Forsberg and Moen rage battle against each other like dueling fencers. Moen comes out first and has a solid lead run, but makes a mistake by straightening on a key area of the course. Forsberg attacks and takes the advantage away. On the next run, Forsberg sinks the dagger in and pulls an amazing lead against Moen, who valiantly tries to stop the force. As both drivers come into view, everyone knows this is going to come down to the wire, and we see Forsberg and Moen in tandem coming into the final transition of the final turn. All 20,000 people on site and over 300,000 watching online see our two warriors cross the finish line in tandem. It's at that point that we know who our winner is. In 2013, Michael Essa and Chris Forsberg never got to battle for the championship at the final round at Irwindale. This will forever be an unanswered question of just what would have happened that day. But in 2014, with a new vehicle look, a strong focus, and renewed mental determination, Forsberg came into Long Beach and delivered a masterful performance. He battled his way from top 32 all the way to the finals against a who's who of drifters. And finally, as the smoke settled and both Forsberg and Moen waited to hear the judges' result, the words Chris Forsberg rang through the concrete jungle that is the Long Beach Grand Prix street course. Chris Forsberg just started a new chapter in his quest for another championship, and he did it in a way that only the Force could do. He used the angst from the end results of the 2013 season and turned it into inspiration for 2014. He now stands tall as the new series leader coming out of round one. Join us next time on Formula Drift Insider as Forsberg and the rest of the FD crew head south to the infamous and deadly Road Atlanta.